Time now is 8:15. We're talking about a father of two who's going to make sure that his daughters will still be able to hear him speak, even after motor neurone disease robs him of his voice.
Yes, Jason Liveridge's condition means he will eventually lose his ability to talk, but he's been taking part in a voice bank trial, recording hundreds of words and phrases, so a computer will be able to recreate his voice when he can no longer use his own.
Jason and his wife Liz and daughters Lily and Poppy are with us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Keep them very quiet. We'll see if that carries on, shall we?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And James from the Motor Neurone Disease Association is with us. Welcome. Welcome to breakfast. Jason, let's begin with what you're doing at the moment. It sounds remarkable. You're setting a legacy so that your children can hear your voice when eventually motor neurone disease, which you were diagnosed with in 2008, is that correct? 2013. It will take your voice.
Well, I believe in most cases it does, so obviously have to prepare for that.
And how did you come to the decision? How did you find out that this was available?
Basically, we're doing a bit of looking around. My wife actually found it on Twitter. And actually got in touch with the Ewan McDonald Centre in Scotland, and I emailed them and got a phone call back from the speech-language people there.
So what has it involved? You've recorded voices, words now?
Yeah, I recorded 400 phrases, which were of varying varieties and complexity, to which then they can take from that the sound bites that they need and the sounds to create a synthetic voice along with other people's voices.
And if and when it's needed, how will those words and phrases that you've been recorded be used?
Basically, as I said, they use the parts of the words to make it so I can say anything I want, even something I haven't said to them. It will be put on a computer aid that I have at home, which would work via eyesight. So I could then select a phrase or word that I wanted to say.
So you'll still be able to communicate and speak to Liz and to the girls using your own voice, but not speaking the words. It will come out of a computer.
Yeah, it'll be a synthetic voice. So it will be as near to mine as they can get. Obviously, at the moment, we're unsure as to how close that will actually be.
What does that mean to you? It'll be your voice or close to it, rather than it being, a sort of a computerised thing.
It means a lot in the sense that obviously the girls wouldn't understand another voice. For example, if they use the same voice as Professor Hawkins, it would be totally unreal for them. So for them to hear my voice will be great.
James, you've been funding this or helping part fund this. This isn't some This hasn't been available to everyone yet. What's the idea if we see success here with Jason and Liz?
Well, it's clearly a really exciting project. I think it's at its earlier stages. We know that 80 to 95% of people with MND will lose their voice to some extent, and many of them lose their voice completely. To have some form of communication aid that helps them speak and to be able to use their own voice, I think, as Jason has said, the difference is that he will be able to speak in something very close to his own voice rather than a generic voice that many people have at the moment with their communication aid.
Can it be rolled out nationally?
We'd certainly hope so, and the Motor Neurone Disease Association would certainly be supporting that if, as I say, the research is at an early stage and the results at the moment are quite promising. They've collected lots of donor voices, and a number of people like Jason are taking part in the research trials. And it's a 3-year project, so we're hopeful.
Liz, Jason says it means a lot to him. As you as a family look forward to the future and whatever it brings, what does it mean to you that this is now possible for you?
Well, it means an awful lot because obviously your voice is part of your identity, it's part of who you are. For us, the girls are very, very young at the moment. They're only 2 and 3. We don't know how long Jason has got left to live. We don't know how long he's going to retain his speech. His speech already is affected and started to become slurred. So for him to be able to communicate in his own voice with me and the girls now, and maybe later on in the future for the girls to have a lasting memory of the dad's voice.
You had to explain to the girls what your condition is.
They're very young, really, and they don't really understand at the moment. Lily is a little bit more aware than Poppy. I mean, Poppy won't ever remember Jason when he could run around and do all the things most dads do. But certainly Lily knows that Daddy is poorly. She sees me feeding him through his gastronomy. She sees him having a drip every fortnight. And she only said the other day, Daddy, why can't you run? So she is becoming more aware now.
Jason, there's so much uncertainty for you guys about the future, but does doing this, recording your voice, does that mean that there's something that's kind of sorted or will be sorted in a way, and it takes some of that uncertainty away?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the more I can do now, the better in the future. Anything like this, I'm wanting to help with, help raise awareness, and obviously a new technology that comes along is of great benefit to everybody.
Thank you all so much. You guys have been brilliantly behaved, and you've drawn some. Can we keep the pictures?
Yeah.
We'll get pictures as well.
That's really good.
That's really
Thank
kind.
you so much.
Thank
We wish
you so
you
much.
all well, and you'll get the technology later in the year, will it?
I believe I will get a soundbite in the next month or so.
You'll hear what it's going to sound like.
And then we can get an idea.
All right. Good luck with that. Thank you very much
Wish
for being
you well.
Chris as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Time now is 22 minutes past 8.